Hey guys, welcome back to channel. It's Maverick here. Today we are watching episode 9 of Mushoku Tensei, and I am excited because right now I am going in blind as well. I pretty much wrapped up my read-through of the manga at the end of last episode. The cutoff point was literally right as that big flash of light came down onto the city or whatnot, or something of that sort, basically. So this big event happening, right? Again, I read the Mushoku Tensei series a long time ago, so only after the adaptation of the anime did I realize, hey, it's the same thing that I read before, and so on and so forth. But I was still relatively, you could in a way say that the story hasn't even started yet. Which brings me to my next point. Is this actually the start of the story? And we are going to have Rudy start his adventures, whatever they may be. This is a fantasy adventure series after all. Or is this just a little bit of a, how should I say, a little detour, if you will. And then after they solve this event, we are still going to wait until Rudy turns 15 and whatnot before eventually setting out on adventure. Because that's when he will come of age, at least in this world. So, with that being said, let's just get into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Excuse me, something got caught in my throat. Oh, looks like no opening this time. Oh, hello. This is, Rudy in his former body, I guess. Is this implying he died? Where are you? Are you supposed to be God? Huh. Well. Are you the one that sent him here? Mental form, okay. Okay, he's gonna be like, we're best bros now. Oh no. Huh. Well, no shit. Because he literally has the mentality of this dude. Six-sided world. Dragon gods. Well, in this case, I have to agree with Rudy here. Wait, so he got teleported to where again? Yeah, this isn't. What the actual hell is happening? And we're back. So he got teleported out, eh? Hmm. And this is the man over there. Oh, oh, one of those devils or whatnot. Dude, if he wanted to kill you, you'd already be dead. Oh, yeah, because he can speak their language. Oh, and now this is assuming that they're still talking, they're still speaking in devil tongue or whatnot. Real Judd Spiridia. Why do you guys have to have so difficult names to pronounce? Why? Maybe he had a premonition of God from God as well. Well, that's what you get when you keep on frightening small children with stories. Warkunai. You know what? I think this might be an even better disciplinary action for her than anything else. Oh, no. Oh, no, never mind. She's turning back. Oh, maybe it still works. Wait, you can speak with her? What does she know how to speak, devil tongue? I don't get it. Why does Eris know how to? Okay. Did they mention somewhere that Eris knows how to speak their tongue as well? Or is the devil, or superior, I shouldn't call them the demons or devils, this superior. Ugh. It's actually really annoying the way that Japanese pronounce things one way, but then if you look at the English, it's pronounced another way. You know, it's I'm biting my tongue not to call them the supered, right? Although oddly enough, I feel like I've seen this sort of situation before in other light novels as well. Well, uh, Mushoku Tensei is considered the grandfather of a lot of light novels, so I guess they were copying it or something like that. Okay, so they're literally fast forwarding about. Ooh, talk about giant sea turtle. Oh, turtle shells, eh? Oh, so actually, they were all talking in, I guess, common tongue. So Rudy also knows common tongue. Well, oh. Oh, are they actually from the same tribe? I was wondering why they all had the same hair color. Such is fate. No, but seriously, why are all the others the same hair color? And what about. Well, Roxy did say that she was quite grown up already. uh, yeah, but why is so? I guess those of the same tribe have the same hair color. Get the children to bed. Again, I'm getting a strong sense of deja vu, so I'm not sure if I actually read this far or if I'm remembering things from another light novel. I seem to remember I read a story where, it was the protagonist being escorted by some sort of character who is generally, who is generally hated and whatnot. Like, similar to this kind of situation. Hmm. What? Why would Laplace do something like this? leader of our warders. As in one of the tribes? Like, what exactly is your political system here? And considering that, like, their hair color is different and whatnot, I'm assuming that there's many, many different tribes. And they operate more under a, for like a federated system? Or a confederacy? Something like that? And more to the point, why would Laplace want to do something like that? Oh! She looks no much older than Roxy. No, I guess you learned the basics of, what did I call it again? Demon God? Tongue? Whatever it's called. Oh, she has a sword now. Okay. You might want to keep an eye on her. I mean, once they reach human population, there should be. Oh well. Anyways, see you guys after this. Okay, guys, so perhaps this is the beginning of the adventures of Rudy, right? Or at the very least, it's going to be quite a bit longer than just, like a tiny event or incident similar to the Eris kidnapping incident or something like that. So this is probably going to take a lot longer. Are they actually going to travel indefinitely? Are they going to be finished with it by the end of this season, or I guess I should say this cour? No, we'll have to see, right? But in any case, we do learn a lot of different things, right? We learn about the Spirit. By the way, I'm just going to call them Spirit from now on because I think that's similar to how they are pronounced, and also because it kind of makes sense, right? They seem to place a lot of value on their spirits and whatnot. I'm just going to call them the Spirit. And, a little bit more lore about the entire world and whatnot. Although to me, honestly, the biggest thing that came out of this was definitely the appearance of the man god, right? Funny guy notwithstanding, I do love it in fantasy series where we have this sort of development where we get to see the deities, if you will, and the deities are also aware of like, hey, these dudes are kind of special here because they've been reincarnated here and so on and so forth. So even though the man god denies that it had anything to do with him, I think it's a pretty good guess that he probably knows who actually did it, right? And, if there is a bigger reason for doing something like this. And it's clear that he's sort of intervening in the mortal matters as well, right? Considering that he gave specific advice to Rudy, and, he specifically mentioned to help, to help Rudy, right? So, he is sort of interfering in a way. Although I do have to wonder, like, when they talk about man god, how, what exact kind of deity is that? Like, is that in more so the deity that, that is really heads and shoulders above mere mortals and whatnot, or what's the case here, right? Because certainly we know that Laplace, he himself is called the demon god, right? So what exactly is the statuses of these various gods within this world? He mentioned a six-sided world, right? Which, does that mean that there are actually 6 deities here? Like, he mentioned dragon god, there's the man god, there's the demon god, and potentially other gods as well, totaling 6 of them. I do have to wonder about this, right? And whether or not there being 6 sides, how it coincides with a Dyson and so on and so forth, like if that has any specific meaning. But in any case, putting all that aside, I do love the inclusion of these kinds of events because it really carries a lot more feeling and weight to the reincarnation process, right? Rudy was reincarnated here for some sort of reason, right? It's not just I just want to use it as a story setting, I throw him here, and then we just do whatever, right? There's a specific reason why he was brought here. And the deities are showing and acknowledging his existence, and vice versa as well. I've read lots of light novels before, and from various countries, and these types of ones where the deities do get involved, it always, in the end, develops into a much more epic story, if you will, because the stakes are a little bit higher, and it's not just your local demon lord or something like that, but a little bit more than that, if you will. I guess Konosuba might be sort of an exception because the gods there are, well, they're quite special, if you will. Anyways, beyond that, so what else to say for this particular episode? I did enjoy. Oh, I think one thing that kind of confused me originally was I actually thought that Rudy was actually talking to Rudy using the demon tongue, if you will, throughout the entire conversation, and they were just simply utilizing Japanese, right? They were just simply using the human language because for convenience purposes. But apparently what this actually means is that most of the demons, they are able, or most of the spirit, they are able to speak human, and so that's why they were able to converse normally. So kind of an oopsie on me, but I thought it was one of those situations where they were just implying that they were speaking the demon tongue the entire time, right? So that's another thing. Indeed, I mentioned during the end there that I keep on having this sense of deja vu where I feel like I've read a similar sort of story before, right? Now, again, I don't quite remember if it was this. I don't think it is. It's probably some other work that were inspired by the same events. But if that were the case, though, and to venture a guess, Ridgeroot probably is a little bit more important than he lets on, right? For one thing, I definitely don't think he's just some nobody in the middle of nowhere, right? His background, right, his backstory and whatnot is probably going to play an important role later on. I highly doubt that he's just some dude smack dab in the middle of nowhere, and then the man god would say, hey, do help this man, or whatnot. Or at least there is something planned for him, if you will, right? And the easiest way to, a planned fate for him, I mean. And the easiest way for that to manifest is if he already has some burdens or some background already, because then you can utilize that situation to further the story along. Similar to, as I was saying about Rudy, I do love that he was actually born into the Grey Rat family, because that means that there's a pre-existing pre-existing conflict, a pre-existing story just waiting there to be utilized, right? So it just makes sense, honestly. And so again, I would not be surprised if Rude has a lot, he mentioned that he was the leader of the warriors, right? Now that is sort of ambiguous. Again, I'm not quite sure how exactly they are organized and whatnot. I'm assuming at this point that they are more of a tribal sort of people, so that there's many various different tribes, but perhaps they are all still united in some sort of tribal council or whatnot, and Ridgeroot, he might actually be one of the leaders within the council or something of that sort. So, anyways, that's it for now, and, well, I will see you guys next time, right? And let us see how exactly they continue on. And I do hope that Eris behaves herself, because, in situations like this, it would definitely be very annoying if we have to deal with, someone with a short temper and an attitude. But I think she's learned her lesson by this point. Anyways, thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.